And hello my puppets! Camera's running. I'm live, which means I better start talking. Okay, herein begins the 2 hours each week when I just talk continuously and use up my entire word budget for the week. It leaves me pretty drained with nothing left. That's why I don't talk to anybody for the rest of the week. You're not late, we're early. Okay, Gerald. Okay, so before I get into it, I acknowledge the traditional owners of this land, the Whadjuk Noongar peoples. I pay my respects to their elders, past and present, elders and peoples from this live stream today. What? Oh, what? Why? I don't know if you can hear me or what's going on. Oh, it might be maybe. I wonder if it is the setting on. We'll see if it comes back. Coming back, coming back. Is it coming back? I don't know. Am I back now? Hopefully I am back and reasonable. Okay, I just power cycled the ATEM. And when I tried to, good. So when I actually tried to just take the ATEM off air and it wouldn't even respond. It was like it had locked up. So I think there was something going on with the ATEM. Oh, and broken again. Damn. It might have been unrelated. Okay, what can I do? What can I do? Back but still buffering. Yeah, it's not on your end, Austin. It is the crappy NBN service here. That means I can't push the data out fast enough. What have I got? Stream settings. Yeah, it seems to be catching up. Okay. We'll see if it comes back. Analytics. I'm just having a look at data. Not enough data. What data rate am I getting? What does the ATEM think it's doing? Anyway. Oh, it claims it's pushing out about 6 megabits a second. So I think it's maybe recovered. Alright, I am going to pretend that it's recovered and act like all is good. All is well with the world. Okay. The text-to-speech portal hasn't loaded properly either, which could be related to my internet connection. Alright. I am just going to go for it, and we will see what happens. So, my plan, before it got derailed, my plan for today, yes, thanks Guru, which reminds me, Guru is back. Guru is back. Here we go. For those of you who have not seen Guru of Nothing for a while, he is back in the house. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm going to just continue on. So my plan for today, I started off by self-medicating my ADHD with a double shot of coffee. Hopefully that will help me stay on track. Although distractions like this, technical problems, will of course throw me off. And my plan is not that. We'll get to that in a second. This. So this is the air quality sensor that we were looking at last week and experimenting with Austin's code for it, which displayed stuff on the screen. So we know the screen is working. What we did not have successfully working was the second serial port to get data off the particulate matter sensor. And that's what I want to investigate a little bit today. Austin has also been, Austin bought a particulate matter sensor, and he's been experimenting with that, but he thinks now that his PMS is broken. So he hasn't been able to verify that his code works. So there are a couple of avenues of investigation. One is I want to look at just the raw serial data and validate that the hardware is okay. I want to make sure that the PMS is sending data and that we can receive it in the ESP. So I started to have a little look at that yesterday, and that is back to this view. I'm going to unplug that, plug, oh no, I'm not going to unplug that. That's the wrong cable. Let's see. Oh, I'm just going to plug in a USB cable. And okay. Did you let the smoke out? Says Paul. Yeah, this device is meant for detecting smoke, not for not for creating it. If it creates it, that is a suboptimal outcome. Right, I'm trying to reload the text-to-speech again, see if that comes good. Doesn't look like it. Oh, Celtic Beast is here! Yes, I've been lazy and not been saying hello to everybody because the TTS normally gives me the list. But, hello everybody. I might call out some names in a little bit. So I'm just closing stuff here. Where is Arduino IDE? There it is. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use. I started messing around with this last night because I wanted to be at least just a little bit prepared and have something to start with. This is a serial reflector sketch. A reflector sketch. Like one of those toys with the knobs where you draw stuff. So this reflector sketch takes, the very simple explanation is it opens two serial ports. Any data that comes in one port, it pumps out the other port, and vice versa. So what you can do is use this as a bridge between your computer and some other device that is spitting out serial data. And there's some extra stuff in here that doesn't matter. That's because it came out of, I extracted this out of something, I can't remember what. So it gets the chip ID and reports it when it starts up. Then it opens the serial port. This is the USB serial. That is going to come to, Pete says, hey John, put your pants on. You can't tell me what to do. I took my pants off for you, Pete. Sorry, that was, I just glanced down at the chat, and that was the only chat message I saw. I don't know what else anybody is talking about. The only message I saw was Pete telling me to put pants on. Okay, so yeah, this is the connection to our computer. So if we open the serial console, this is the connection. This is the connection to the target device, whatever is on the other side of the board connected onto the secondary serial port. And this is the configuration. So 9600 bits a second. Serial 8N1 just means that it's 8-bit. It's an 8-bit byte, no stop bit. Oh, sorry, no parity, one stop. I think that's the way it goes around. And the RX pin and then the TX pin. But of course, RX and TX are interchangeable. They always work either way, so it doesn't matter which one you put them around. Yes, I'm being facetious. And then the delay just cause, and just to give them a chance to warm up their little Coulomb people running around inside the wires. And then it just says that it's starting, outputs its ID, so that's the ID of the ESP32. And then in the loop, it just goes over and over and over and over and over and over forever, passing data backwards and forwards. So what I'm going to do is, what have I got? What have I got this set to? Tools, ESP32S3, USB CDC on boot, disabled. Why is it always disabled by default? Every single time I have to go and turn that on. It's so annoying. All right, we've got the serial. Ooh, that one. It's found an ESP32S3. What is that? I must have some other device plugged into my computer. What do I have plugged in? No, there must be. Oh, yeah, okay. There's a programmer. I'm just going to unplug that. And then if I do this again, that serial 0001 should vanish. And it did. Okay, so now we are unambiguous. We just have the S3. So I am going to compile and upload. And we shall see what happens. Gerald42 said, John's equivalent to Schrödinger cat, John's pants. I got a funny story about Schrödinger's cat. One of the cleverest responses to a prompt I have seen on a dating site. I don't know if I should go into that. It was, yeah. Yeah, okay, so the question was, this is something I saw in someone's profile. The question was, or the prompt was, name 2 truths and a lie. You know, it's the classic thing where you have to guess which is the lie about this particular person. And the answer that was put in was, to the two truths and a lie was, quantum physics is hard, and Schrödinger's cat is alive. I think it was something like that. Yes, but is it alive? Is it dead? That's 2 answers. See, it's 2 answers in one. Johnny's getting an Audi A3, an Audi S3. What? An Audi S3. No, my car is getting a whole new motor. What am I doing? I'm totally off topic here. All right, so this is what is coming out in the serial console. So you can see that we're getting data coming back. And is it... Oh, show timestamp. What happens if I do that? That's just at the start of the line. So if I clear this... Badunk. So up to the E1, I'm going to stop the auto scroll. And up to the E1, there. That is one message packet coming from the sensor, I think. Yes. So, Scott says Schrödinger's cat actually buggered off to chase a mouse. Wasn't interested in the box thing. Yeah. Oh, Jordan says currently 8 minutes back, but catching up at 2x. So I will be speaking super fast. Super fast. And then when you catch up, it's going to sound like I'm in slow motion. It'll be a shock. All right, so what I don't know is whether... Oh, and you can see that the next message starts with the 42 4D 001C. There's no 0 padding on these hex bytes at the moment, so it's just... So each spaced section is 1 hex byte, or 1 byte in hexadecimal format, I should say, if I'm going to be correct. So let's just have a look at this. So 42 4D, where is hex 42? Hex 42 is B. And then what's 4D? 4D is M. BM? Is that what the start of one of these messages should look like? I don't know. I haven't looked at the protocol. Then we've got a 0 byte. So 00, which is null. Then we've got a 1C. Where is a 1C? 1C. Hexadecimal 1C is file separator. Interesting. Okay. So I've got no idea whether what we are seeing here makes any sense at all, but that is what is coming back from the PMS up to there. Ah, it keeps scrolling on me. BM for BMS. BM. Paul says yes. BM for BMS. Okay. Gavin says, want to chuck in a new line to make it easier to read. Crispian says longer test, but the text-to-speech is not working. So I'll just try reloading it yet again, see if it's working better now, if my internet connection has stabilized. It doesn't look like it. Chat messages, viewers. Yeah, it just sits there with a thing. So this is what I get on TTS. It's got today's stream coming up, but it doesn't load the dynamic content in here for all the messages and things. So, not much I can do with that. Okay. Yeah, it says that I was testing TTS. Oh, okay. Cool. Sadly, it is up to me to read out the messages. You just got to settle for my voice. All right, so what it looks like is we are getting data coming out of this. Now, this is encouraging because what this shows is that, in fact, I'm going to hit the good old Fusion, open that while we're looking at this firmware. What that shows, I think, is that we are getting data coming from serial 2 when it is connected to port to pins 44 and 43. So this is like a minimal example of how to get data out of that that PMS. Also, I think Paul said BM for BMS, but it's actually PMS, particulate matter sensor. Oh, I just locked my computer. Why did I do that? Moved my cursor into the corner. There we go. Unlocked. Balked it remotely for job security. Yes. Sorry, job security. What was going through my head was a question of all of the big bucks that I've been paying Mitchell to do this. He's going to miss out on all the payments. Can you put a serial.print line after your E1 byte? Yeah, maybe that's a way to do it. If I'll just do a I will do if oh no, what I should do is change this. Let's go, baby. uint8t in byte equals serial2.read. Let's do something like this, because then we can act on it without, even though we've cleared the buffer. So we're going to read the byte, we're going to do that, and then we're going to say if, what are we looking for? 0xe1 is in byte, then serial.println. Good oink. Something like that. Is it to everybody's satisfaction? We'll see if we get something sensible coming out of that. Sadly, I don't have a drink. I need to cough and drink, and I can cough, but I can't drink because I have none. Not here with me anyway. So what I had been thinking about doing was doing a check for like setting a timestamp on the last known byte. Oh, is it FE? No, where is it? It starts on 42. Yeah, okay, it's changed. Let's see if, let's do this. I'm going to change this. So I'm going to look for the first byte. Oh, I should have moved that. I'll move this here. Yeah, this is nastily hacky, but yeah, so what I was thinking of doing was adding a timer. Hang on, I've got a cough. Adding a timer, and if we haven't seen a byte for, say, 50 milliseconds, then do a carriage return. Or if it's been, if it has been more than 50 milliseconds since the last byte that we saw and we see a byte, then we do a carriage return. But I can't be bothered. So let's say we're reading the byte if, what was the first byte in the thing? 42. If hex 42 is that, then we do a print line, then we print that, then we print that. Okay, let's try this. Now, the reason the other one didn't work is that the final byte changed because the header is the same. I assume that the final byte is part of a checksum. So what's happening is that the values coming back from the sensor are changing, which means the checksum changes, which means we can't use that to detect the end of the packet. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see if this one works. Here it comes. Yes, kinda. Yeah, that's working. So that is, yeah, you can see the final byte changed because the value here changed. Yeah, so this must be checksum at the end. And the header is always the same. Oops. Yeah, the header portion is always the same. If we leave this running for a while, we might start getting more values coming in. Oh, look, we're getting values coming in here because the sensor takes a while to warm up before it starts giving, before it starts giving values. Auto scroll, show timestamp. Let's clear it and let it do its thing. All right. We are seeing data, how often? 16902526, it's about once a second, give or take. 78797, it's a little under a second in between. It's like 900 milliseconds in between reads. So now add hex to ASCII conversion on each line, says Gerald. Yes, we could. However, this little exercise has achieved what I was wanting to achieve. So I don't think there's a lot of point really continuing to pursue this. What we could do is now start decoding the packets. Oh look, we got a 42 in the checksum and it caused a new line. Okay, so what we could do is at this point start diving into decoding this packet, but we don't need to because there is already a PMS library that does all of that for us, and it checks the checksum and that sort of thing and extracts the different values. So now this is where things are going to get weird and I need your help. You can point out the stupid mistake. Scott says, wasn't the point just to verify hardware prior to trying Austin's code? Yes, that's right, exactly. So now what this shows me is that I am confident enough, not 100%, but confident enough to be able to say, yes, the particulate matter sensor is working and our serial interface is working, because this data could be something else. But I am reasonably confident that this really is data from the particulate matter sensor, and it makes sense. It's hard to imagine that it would be from something else on the board. So now we move on to, so yeah, I think we can say hardware validated tick. So it's now time to start looking at more sophisticated firmware to do the packet decoding. And that is the magic. Dodgy! Welcome, Dodgy! So that is the... what? It is the what? It is... yes, we have proven that. So... Fusion has started in a balked way again. Failed to load its data panel again. So I've got to quit out of it and start it again. And then we can try some other firmware. So this is where things get weird. There is something going on here that I am sure is obvious to all of you, and you can point it out to me. Not serial reflector. PM25 sensor ESP32S3. Okay, so this is firmware. Where is it? There. Okay. So this is firmware that we were looking at last week with one or two minor modifications. So I have, if I go into config now, oh look, I'm no longer doxing myself. I pulled that info out into the creds tab, which I will do my best not to click on, but I probably will. And it has all of the, yes, I know I should be using structs, maybe one day. I could go for Austin's firmware, but I just wanted to have a quick look at this because there is something weird going on in this, and I want to understand why it's failing. There may well be a typo on the screen right now at this moment, and I can't see it because this is what happens. Check this out. It is weird. I was looking at this firmware last night as part of getting ready for all of this. So look at this. This is the serial reflector line that we were just running a moment ago. Well, it's what's running right now. That's what's spitting out this data. So we know this is working. This compiles for the S3. It's running right at this moment in time. So if I copy this line, copy, and I come into here, let's start, paste it in there. Okay. Particulate matter sensor. I'm going to get rid of that. And so this line is, it should be working, okay? It should be working. If I think I might know what the problem is. But okay, I'm just going to show you this. Sorry, I'm just looking at something else. Okay, I think I know what I was doing wrong. But just for the sake of following the bouncing ball, I have pasted in this line exactly as it was working, and I am just going to do compile. So I am trying to compile it right now, and this will explode. I think the problem is right here. I think it's that. But that line is commented out at the moment. So, come on, compile. Yeah, okay, so serial 2 does not name a type. I've got a cough again. Library is commented out. Serial 2 baud rate. Library is commented out, says Austin. Okay, I shouldn't need... yeah, this is commented out. But here it says serial 2. I think this is a misdirect from the compiler. So it's saying serial 2 does not name a type, and it is highlighting this line as being the error. That line, as you saw, I just copied and pasted from the other sketch. but I don't think that's actually where the error is. I think the problem is that there is a reference to serial 2 elsewhere in the code, and because that was commented out, the PMS object was not being instantiated with the serial 2 object being passed to it. So let's see what happens now. If this explodes, I don't understand what's going on. So if this explodes, I will just go straight to, yeah. See, this is what I don't get. Serial 2 does not name a type, and it still thinks that is wrong. Why is that wrong? I'm inclined to just go straight for Austin's code, because Austin knows what he's doing, and I don't have a clue. All I do is hang around with smart people and hope that their reputation for getting stuff done kind of reflects on me. And people think that I'm the one getting things done. Richard! First time ever making a live stream. Normally catch up on a Sunday morning. As a fellow autistic person, I recognise so many traits in squirrels. Crispian says, my PMS exploded this morning. Oh, Johnny Bergdahl says, check board type. That is a very good point, but I have not changed it. Look at this. This one right here, compile. This is for ESP32S3. It could be to do with the pass-by reference to the library. It could be that the PMS library itself has some internal problem that doesn't like the S3, but I don't know. So we've got ESP32S3 as the board type, and yes, we have CDC enabled on boot, and this compiles with this line. This, with the copied and pasted line, says that it's wrong, and serial 2 does not name a type. So I'm confused. I'm confused. PMS.h is the driver. It's right, which is right here. So this was by SwapBap, and I'm not sure if Austin is using SwapBap's PMS library, but it's stuck in there. So this is the header for the library, and then, oh, hang on, actually I should, while I'm doing this, let's have a look. Constant stat baud rate equals 9600. Why is baud rate defined in here? Ooh. Oh, okay, so it's expecting a stream to be passed by reference. Yes. Ivan says, can you show the class constructor of the sensors library? Here. So it's expecting a stream object. And Scott says, I used to always try to hang out with the older guys so I could learn. Now they all seem to be younger than me. Yeah. I learn from everybody. Yeah, so anyway, this seems to be the issue. So I wouldn't be surprised if the issues that Austin was having with getting data out of the PMS in his code was related to this in some way. But I don't even know what library you are using, Austin. What am I doing? See, I told you I would do it. I was just randomly clicking around. Okay. Luckily that broker is only accessible on the LAN. It is not exposed externally at all. It's just an internal one. Yeah. Austin says, yeah, I'm using a more modern library. I am a hazard to myself. Yes, Johnny. It's because I was talking and I was just clicking around. random things. I wasn't even looking at what I was clicking on. Oh, okay. I'm stupid. Okay, so Austin says, mine was an issue of how much and how often I was polling and saving data. Okay, I am going to go for Austin's code. So even, sorry, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Ivan, I hope it's Ivan. It should receive a hardware serial reference, not the stream. A hardware serial. Yeah, so in here we are passing serial 2, and serial 2 is, I think, a hardware serial. Don't know. Scott says, now you're screwed. Someone might travel from the Northern Hemisphere and hack your LAN. Yeah. So you now have everything you need to be able to come and sit outside my front door, get onto my Wi-Fi, and connect to my MQTT broker. Just stay out of the view of the cameras while you're doing it. Andrew says, put a huge block of comments at the top of creds.h. Yes. Austin says, Ivan is right. Oh, okay. Ivan is correct, which is that this should be a hardware serial object being passed into the PMS. So in the constructor, we've got, it's expecting a stream object as to be passed in, and I am passing a serial object, which I thought was a stream. I almost certainly don't know what I'm talking about, but I thought that the stream abstraction encapsulated the multiple things, including serial objects. So you can pass a serial object and it will be treated as a stream. Serial 2 is a hardware serial. Yeah. Okay. I am at the hardware serial is serial 2 is a hardware serial is a stream. Oh, Johnny, thank you, my Swedish friend, for clarifying that. Okay. Yeah, Amy pointed out to Scott, if it gets you to the barbecue. Yes. So now anybody that turns up to the barbecue has everything that... Okay, before the next barbecue, I've got to change the credentials. But that's going to break everything. Oh. Non-individualized credentials are evil. Which brings us back to the wireless access point, like the IoT access point project. But I'm not going to chase that particular squirrel right at this moment in time. Scott says, massive long flight cooped up with all the sick people, or buy a new boat and spend a month. I vote for that second plan. Buy a new boat, spend a month, come to Melbourne, then I will jump on that boat with you and we will go out and see the sights. Which reminds me, okay, I have got to chase this squirrel. I really, really have to chase this squirrel. I am going to show you a couple of photos from Friday. Including some that, okay. Sorry, I am in the process of opening some pictures. Yeah, okay. So that was me on Friday, and look at our friend, our very scarred friend. Hard to get a sense of scale from there, but that was big. and that was small. This was a tiny little one. Another one that I wanted to take home. This was, no, that was a little-ish one. Little-ish. Oh yeah, there's me again. But okay, I want to show you something. Oh, here was a big friend again. So I want to show you something that you do not expect to see, that gives you quite a shock when you are down underwater. Look at this. So at the time we were still fairly shallow. We were about 3 meters, I think. And try example from the PMS library. Oh, Paul says, okay. Oh, Johnny says include Arduino.h should be there. Okay, and once I pop this squirrel off the stack again, and yeah, get back to it, I will look at that. Okay, so look at this. It was going for a little fly through the water. So we were at about 3 meters down at this point. So we got down to about 12 meters because we went to the octopus garden at Bleak Arry. Speaking of which, there's the eyes of an octopus. That's an octopus's head looking at us. But this was at about 3 meters. And where's another one? Where's the other photo? There's a really good one. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Here. Look at this. It's a bird. And no, it is not a drowned bird. That is a bird that was zipping along very, very quickly underwater. So that was zipping straight underneath us so it was at 3+ meters depth. And it was down there chasing fish. Yeah. Didn't expect to go bird watching while we were underwater. Okay, the squirrels are now aquatic, says Scott. Yeah, Paul says doesn't have an @ reference. Oh, Amy says water pancake, he's beautiful. Yes, the water pancakes are beautiful. If you use the Arduino IDE, it automatically includes it in the background. Yeah. Here, okay. Let's have a look in, I don't think do I even have the library? Examples. Okay, let's see what examples I can find. Is there do I even have a PMS library? I do. Basic. Let's see what is going on with the PMS library. Opening the example. Scott says bird is hunting aquatic squirrels. Okay, here we go. Serial 1, no, I want that, and then it does pms.read. Where is serial? Okay, so this example looks like it's using the primary hardware serial port for talking to the PMS, and then it's using a secondary port to talk to the host. Possibly because of the difference between it being a hardware serial object and a stream object. Do I try? Yeah, I think I'll try. I don't think it's going to work, but I'm going to try. So what I'm going to do is take that, because I don't have the PMS connected to the primary serial port. Ooh, was that thunder? I think I just heard thunder. And I'm going to get rid of all of these because I want to echo the thing to, I'm going to change that to 115, 200, and that is 9600, and I'm going to pass serial 2 in here. I bet this won't compile. Let's just find out. It'll probably complain about the serial object again because of it being a hardware serial instead of a stream. But maybe it'll work. We can live in hope. Target a number. Okay. Sion! Moo! Hang on, it compiled. What the hell? It's because Sion turned up. That's what made it compile. Let's find out if we get data out of this PMS. This would be interesting if it does. Is it just that I am doing it in the wrong order? Should I be... Yeah, so that's not being... Okay, it's being passed by reference on the in the library, I guess. So I'm just passing the object to it. I'm getting 0 values, but I don't know what that means. Is it because it hasn't initialized yet? Let's just leave it running for a little bit and we'll see if we start getting values. I'll be very impressed if it does. So let's move that out of the way. We'll stick this over here and I'm going to come back to here. Could it be that I just need to give the reference to the serial object there and then initialize it there? Let's see if that compiles. Still not getting any values coming out of the PMS with this example code. So that's not ideal. I would be happier if I started seeing some values appear here. I think it might take up to 2 minutes for the thing to stabilize. Yeah, serial 2 does not name a type. Oh goody. Yeah. Serial 2 begin should be in setup. Oh, oh, come on. Is this like the super obvious thing that... see, if this fixes it, I will be both happy and mad at myself. I don't know why I had the serial begin there. That doesn't make any sense. Of course it doesn't name a type. It was outside of the preprocessor's scope. Yeah, we're still not getting data from the example, but maybe this will compile now. Done. It did. All right, I'm going to upload that and see what happens. Was it really that that simple? Crispian said, "Yes, you heard thunder. There is an intense squall approaching you." Yeah, according to my phone, it says that there is going to be a thunderstorm probably around 12 o'clock to coincide with the end of the stream. All right, so I'll clear the output from the PMS and we'll see if we get data. Initialized, so this is telling me about all of the MQTT topics that it is going to be publishing to. Now, does it initialize the sensor? There is a startup delay. Where is it? Config, where's the warm-up period? 2 minutes. Oh no, warm-up period 30 seconds, and then 2 minutes between reports. So it takes a while before it even attempts its first value. +1 vote for that Scott comment. What was... Oh, okay, time for a series of John learning platform I/O. Maybe. Maybe. Is 30 seconds up yet? I am not patient enough to wait 30 seconds for the sensor to warm up. Maybe I should set the warm-up period to be short. And so I'll set the warm-up period to be, let's say 5 seconds. and let's set the report period to be, I don't know, 20 seconds. Still not getting anything. We might have to wait for that, that whole 2 minutes, which seems like forever. What have we got? Serial baud rate, mode button pin, PMS set and reset. Oh, hang on. We're not even using these. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. At the moment, these aren't being used anywhere because temporarily we have all of this hard coded in here. We're not using the PMS baud rate value or anything. Getting nothing. Getting nothing. All right, where is it? Is it enabled? Do I even have a thing for enabling the, oh, excuse me, enabling the PMS? Doesn't look like I do. I should probably, so PMS RX pin is 43. I should, hang on, why is, that doesn't seem right. I thought it was RX and then TX. Oh no, but the RX pin is at the other end of the connection. Okay, so this is PMS TX pin. No, let's just leave it for now as 44 because that's what was working on the serial reflector. Oh, you have serial 2 redeclared, says Austin. Do I really? What did I do? Where did I redeclare serial 2? I'm referencing it here in the, for the PMS object. Where else am I referencing it? Ah, I'm doing it there. Okay. You're right. Yes, you're right. Okay, I'm going to take that, put it here, because I'm not sure about the RX pin versus the TX pin. It could be because of the redeclaration that it has swapped TX and RX. So let's use the hard-coded values, which I am reasonably confident are working based on what we saw from the serial reflector test a little while ago. So let's go with this. Yep, in setup. Thanks, Austin. I do want to try your code in a minute too, which means I need to, where is it? I need to find, here we go. Sorry, I am in, this is a library I used. Okay, debug 7. I am just going to download Austin's latest code while this is happening, because in just a moment I want to I want to try his code because I have far more faith in Austin's code than in mine. Alright, get that out of the way. I'm going to drag this up here. So this is version 7 of Austin's code. Yeah, we're not getting anything back out of this. So I am going to find, where was the upload thingamajigamy? Device register. Sorry, I'm looking through my, no, I'm looking through my my browser windows to find the upload untitled. No, can't find it. Okay, where was the uploader program that I was using last week? ESP32 upload from browser. There was a a handy thing. Where was it? David Crisp said, a few minutes for the sensor to get to temp and start being accurate is nothing. I'm trying to find the reference to one I saw recently that said it needed about 24 hours to get to temp and stabilize. Yeah. Oh, Peter, you're singing. I want to break free. Should be in the downloads folder. Maybe, but was it a binary? I thought there was a web-based thing that I was using last time. Firmware, Austin. Oh no, I think I might have. I had a binary that I moved into my applications folder, and I can't remember what it was called. What was it? ESP Flasher Mac OS. I think this is it. Here we go. This is the ESP Home, or it was one of the flashes. But it is not opening, unless it's just taking its time. Richard had a very good suggestion, which is, have you thought about creating a dashboard with your most used services? Homar is really useful. Yeah, okay, so serial port, I want that one, and I want firmware, I want that one, allow, okay, I want that, and that'll do, flash, do it. Oh, okay. Of course it can't, because the serial console is open. Now do it. Flash. Show us the money. Okay. Erasing flash. Alright, so what's going on in the chat? Redeclare all the things? Yeah. Just for you, Peter. For complete true, but don't use something like this. Wait. Yes, but the TTS is not working right now. I should just try reloading it. Where is it? Where is it? I had the TTS window open somewhere, and I was attempting to wrote showing serial port closed. Does this have a, this doesn't do a console thing, does it? Okay, so let's open the console here. Okay, so this is main hex 76, so that's a VME. We've got all of that. Alright, so Austin, if we start getting data from the PMS, should that show up in the console? I'm going to, yeah, it should be in pairing mode now. I'm going to, the rain is here. So cool. I like dramatic days. I like most weather, actually. I am not seeing, oh, there it is, OXRS Wi-Fi. So I'm just, I'm using my phone at the moment to connect to the captive portal for setup on the device. So then I'm, oh no, I think I've got to do that off. No, I've got to turn on Wi-Fi there. Yeah, okay. Let's try. Can I configure this through the console? That would be handy. Now, where is the chat? Where is the chat? I've lost the chat in all these windows. On my other screen, I've got so many things open. Pete says, so much Queen, it's John's Hackioki stream. Wagon Load says, John, if you put include credentials.h in your code, no one will ever see your Wi-Fi SSID/password. But I might need to redo pairing. Oh, sorry, no console config. Yeah, cool. I'm just quickly scanning through this. Oh, Pete says, what is it with all the Queen songs, John? I don't know. I watched the movie, you know, the one from a couple of years ago. I watched it a few weeks ago. That is such a good movie. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. So at the moment, what I've got on the screen, ooh, I can feel it running. Hang on, why has my other computer died? Which I need for switching views. Okay, so I'm going to go to this view, and you can just barely get it on. Okay, so I've got the logo on the screen. Austin, what behavior should I have here? Now, if the mode button is this one, so if I short this, something might happen. I don't know. Nope, nothing on this particular. Yeah, I don't even know if the mode button is being used. Apparently not. That's the reset button. I should populate these buttons. That would be a sensible thing to do. So, question is, Austin, should it be just showing the logo, or should it have proceeded past that if it was successful in initializing the PMS? Ooh, I'm going to peel the cover off. Such satisfaction. All data is on MQTT, no button yet. Okay, cool. So what I need to do, Austin says on my list. Oh, I'm please don't take this in any way that I'm putting pressure on you or saying it should be doing more than it's doing. The fact that this is doing this is amazing, and I really appreciate it. Scott says, part 67 of this project streams John Solis on the buttons. TFT code is what I'm currently working on, says Austin. Yep. Yes. Which is cool. All right, so in order to, just to make sure I'm understanding this correctly, in order to know if this has initialized the PMS, we need to get it onto MQTT. Is that right? Because that's the only way we're going to actually see anything. Hence the photos to tease. Yes. So Austin sent me screenshots of what the user interface will look like on the TFT, but it doesn't yet look like it. That's just what he's putting together right now. Scott says it's okay. Pressuring Austin is a lot of fun. Okay. Now, all right, so if that is the case, what I need to do is turn on Wi-Fi. I'm going to try to do this, or am I? I'm just thinking about how to do this. I don't want to screw up the networking on this computer, which I am currently streaming from. So, yes, tele client ID will show data once connected. Yeah, nice. Okay, so the only way I can know if this is working is I've got to get it on my Wi-Fi and configure it for the broker. So I am going to, yeah, I already have the OXRS admin thing here. So I've got, oh, this is where the uploads are. So this is the OXRS admin tool, which I can use, but first I have to get it onto the network. So what I will do, what'll I do? I think I'm going to try to do it from, I'm going to do it from my other laptop, which is going to be kind of weird, but at least that way, turn Wi-Fi on, but at least that way I have less risk of screwing up the stream because I'm not doing a network switch on the computer that I'm streaming from. Okay, OXRS Wi-Fi. I am going to connect to that. And hang on, show password. Is there a default password on OXRS Wi-Fi? How? Yeah, Austin says, weren't you connecting it to Superhouse Wi-Fi last week? Yes. But it is advertising OXRS Wi-Fi. It's in pairing mode because I reflashed it. I'm going to connect to that on my laptop, and then I need to use the OXRS. Yeah, this is not a spectator sport. Bear with me while I try to get this thing onto my network. Dropbox, and I need to find the OXRS admin on this computer. So sort of, where are we? Projects, OXRS admin, and OXRS admin. All right. It's not working on my laptop. Well, that's annoying. All right, I will try to do it off my desktop. Turn Wi-Fi off. Okay. Is the weather fiddling with your uplink? Maybe. Although it seems to have gone quiet here again. All right, I am going to risk it all, and I'm going to turn on Wi-Fi. Ooh, look, John's iPhone is there. And I'm going to connect to OXRS Wi-Fi. And oh, it's already connected. Cool. So what is the IP? 192.168.4.1, I think it is. Let's just find out. View system. Loading. No, looks like it's not on that. Debug Wi-Fi. Maybe it has. No, it hasn't stopped advertising its network. So, what is the IP that I should connect to? You did it with your phone last week. What happened? Ah, yeah, but I didn't use the with my phone? Maybe I'm not remembering correctly. Yeah, but with your phone you can't do... Oh, do you do the captive portal thing that way? I think you... Yes, you do. But, oh, you can't do the config, but you can set up the Wi-Fi. Okay, I am going to try that. Let's see. Oh, my phone is already connected to it. OXRS Wi-Fi. Ah, yes, here we go. Configure Wi-Fi. Yes, I will do it this way. SSID. I'll connect it to Superhouse. Save. Okay. So it should be... There we go. We've got some stuff coming up in the console. MQTT Connect failed? Of course it did, because I haven't configured you yet. All right. So it's a two-step thing. I use my phone to get it on the Wi-Fi, and then I use OXRS admin to set up the rest. All right. Now let's bring this off here. View. Set up MQTT. Here we go. Broker address. There's not much point me doing this off stream now because you've seen my details. I have doxed myself adequately. But do I remember? Is that it? MQTT connected. Yes, there we go. Okay. Now I need to, where is it? View system. I'm just going to do this and this. So now I need this, and I'm going to do tele ID, so it's going to be tele slash, where's the ID? Where's the ID? Is it off here somewhere? No. How do I get the ID? Am I going blind? I can't see it anywhere in the debug info. Is it here? MAC address. Okay, so it'll be that minus the as we make progress we buffer. Yeah. So it'll be that minus the colons. I think. All right, I give up. I'm just going to subscribe to Wildcard and see what happens. Elastics of Mac. Yeah, okay. And in uppercase or lowercase? And so it'd be those, but I think converted to lowercase and with the colons removed. But anyway, oh, in the admin UI under MQTT menu. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to go to that on stream though. Oh, yeah, I'll pull this off here. Go to MQTT menu. There we go. Client ID. There. All right. So it'll be tele slash that. Oh. No route to host. That's because my Wi-Fi is turned on. So I turn that off. And now, hopefully, still no route to host. Why? Why? So my computer is now broken. My network connection is now broken because I was connected to Wi-Fi. Let's see if I can ping Google. Oh. Okay, I've got external connectivity. I can do that. Ping the quad 8s. And sub. Once again. Why can't I ping? Yes, you all know that's the thing. I am sorry, I'm messing around with stuff off screen because why is it saying no? I'm doing something really dumb. Oh, I see what I'm doing. That's dumb. I had a syntax error in the arguments I was passing. No, it's still saying no route to host. Host. I'm not having luck today. MQTT menu on stream won't expose the password. Yeah. As you were, just chat among yourselves while I try to figure out why I can't subscribe to my local broker Why is that not working? I'll try it without credentials, because at least then I'll get a no route to host. Okay. My computer, the networking on my computer is really screwed. I can ping, like look at this. I can ping my broker, but whenever I try to connect to it, it says no route to host. Yeah, Gerald is on the money. Who hacked me? Yeah, Scott says pebcac error. Most likely. Most likely. Mosquito sub minus H192.168.1.185 minus T. All right, I'm going to show this on screen because it doesn't show any credentials. All right, hang on, I'm going to zoomify it first. Zoom that. Bring that up there. All right, look at this. What am I doing wrong here? Mosquito sub host 192.168.1.185 topic wildcard. That is like the simplest possible thing. There's nothing else that I could be doing. And it says no route to host. But if I do ping 192.168.1.185, all of a sudden there's a route to that host. What are you doing, you stupid computer? I can't help but think that this is because I turned Wi-Fi on my computer, and that has screwed up its yeah, like screwed its internal up table or something in the IP stack. So restarting the computer would probably fix it. However, there is another option. Testomatic at tester2.local. Let's see if this works. Mosquito. Come on. Oh, do I not have Mosquito client installed? Mosquito sub. Yeah. Sudo apt install. What's it found in? Apt cache search Mosquito client. What's the package called? Mosquito clients. So obvious. Sudo apt install. Go on. Do it. Do it. Yes. Any Mule says, have you tried turning it off and on again? Austin says, access it in Node-RED. Yeah, that'd probably do it too. That is a good point. I could probably... Connecting. Why is this not connecting? There is more network weirdness going on. Okay. Let's do this. I'm just pulling something up off yeah, off screen. And look at this. I am connected to that same thing. 192.168.1.185. And MQTT is connected. So who knows? All right, let's copy that one. Yes, that one. Let's go for a new flow. We'll stick this in, and I'm going to go for tele Where was the... I've got to find the chat window again. Flash, there we go. I am sticking in that, and I'm going to go PMS in there. Done. Let's stick a debugger node on there. Is it active? It is now. Debug, deploy. Oh, error, node not deployed. Okay, so we're getting BME 680 values coming back in MQTT, which is a very good start. So let's see if we get any PMS values coming back. Austin, how frequently should it be reporting the PMS values? I assume it's only like every couple of minutes or something. Yeah, Scott says bad apple. Yes. Wonder how long it would take for the routes to update. If anybody notices a message go past that is not the temperature message, or like a message that includes the PMS data, please point it out, because I'm only glancing up here occasionally. Yeah, what are you using to flash ESPs from image file? JSON ESP. Okay, so this is what Austin is using for flashing the binaries. ESPflasher.exe, which is this. So for those of you who saw this earlier and wondered where it is, it's this, and Austin has posted this link in the chat, so you can grab it from here. So JSON 2866 is the famous Jason who created Tasmoda. In fact, if we go to, oh, it's probably Tasmoda's got its own whole thing now. We don't seem to be seeing any PMS data. Just BME 680 data. Okay. Austin says PMS should already be reporting. Yep. And I guess it just reports under that same topic. There's nothing unusual. It's just the tele topic. Ooh, right. Maybe it is to do with the set and reset pins on the PMS. Yeah. So if we come back to, where are we? Serial, no, not serial reflector. If I come back to, where? There? Oh no, it doesn't seem to do anything. So why do we have set and reset pins? Oh, that's just for the sleep. Right. Right. So I'm going to bring this back on screen. Oh, Austin says, I sent a library example to you for the PMS library I used. Maybe give that a try. Maybe I'm doing something dumb in my code, but I did have it working at one time. Okay, so Austin has seen it working. That is a positive. But what I was just about to do was have a look at the sleep and reset. So where is this being used? Well, we've got PMS set pin and PMS reset pin. These could also be part of the issue. Maybe I'm not handling those correctly and I'm keeping it in sleep mode so it never actually comes back. So let's find where the set pin is being used. Maybe nowhere. Nowhere. What about the reset pin? Find. I may have to be driving these pins high in order to, or something, in order to enable the PMS. So that could be why we're not getting any data back. Let's have a look at the, oh no, that doesn't explain why the serial reflector worked, because we're not driving those pins in the serial reflector. Oddness. Oddness. Alright, I'm just opening Fusion again, because I want to see where those pins are going. Come on, Fusion, you can open. Alright. Superhouse projects, AQS, here. Come on, full screen it. I'll maximize, whatever. Okay. PMS set and reset are on 41 and 42. And they go where? PMS reset and PMS set. Okay. I don't remember what those pins do. I have no recollection whatsoever. Drive high, says Austin. Yes. Okay. That certainly makes sense, but what is odd about that, what I don't understand, is why the serial reflector was showing data. So let's do this and see if it makes any difference. I'm not sure if you are doing this in your code, Austin. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Am I setting the pins anywhere? Am I? No. Setting up a bunch of topics, some stuff there. Nope. Nope, it's not. Okay. Let's do some stuff at the bottom of setup. We'll do pin mode, that. Whoop. Output. Oh, output. What? Oh, of course. Output. Then I want that again for reset pin. Yeah. Digital write. Oh, I can't type. PMS set pin high. Digital write. PMS reset pin high. Okay. Now, thing is, if I flash this, it is going to undo all of Austin's work with the firmware that we've installed. Oh, okay. Austin said, I am doing it, hence why the fan on the device is running. Yeah. Okay. So Austin says, drive high. Stephen W. said, don't do drugs and drive. Yeah, don't drive high. But I am going to digital write high. Okay, so this potentially could explain why I wasn't getting data in this, but it does not explain why it was working in this, because I was, unless they default, it could be possible that they default to an active state unless you drive them. And because I wasn't initializing those pins, I wasn't driving them. So if I don't do anything, it should work. I've got a sneeze coming on. Hang on. Oh, that was a violent sneeze. Okay, 27, says Peter. 27 minutes remaining. Yeah, I am a little hesitant about doing this because I don't want to undo Austin's thing. However, we are not getting data on I need more monitors. Where are all my screens? We're not getting data on MQTT from the PMS. Ivan said, do you have it uploaded somewhere so we can take a look, GitHub or something, or is it private? That is a very good question. There is a repo, but I don't know if it's up to date. I am just going to pull it up here. So this, well, no, I'm pretty sure it is not up to date. This is the Air Quality Sensor Project repo. I will stick it in the chat. And there is firmware in here, but this is the firmware for the ESP32. It is almost the same. So what we're looking at right now with, not that one, with this, you see how it's got ESP32 S3? All I did was take a copy of this code and rename it to ESP32 S3 and change a couple of things because it's just different pin assignments. But the rest of it is the same. So the library is totally unchanged. Anything that's in, yeah, so that's the critical thing. Oh yes, Alexander S. submitted the config for platform.io. So there is a platform.io config in here. Anyway, that's, if you look at that, the code in that repo, it's 99% the same as what I've got on screen here. I've just been doing these little hacks trying to figure out why I can't see the data from the PMS. All right, I'm going to upload this because I can't see any data coming with Austin's code anyway. So here we go. Uploading. Ooh, the wind has really picked up. It's becoming even more dramatic now. Oh, Austin says, I'll have new code eventually anyways because of the TFT. Yes. But the TFT isn't much use if we can't get data from the PMS. Alright, let's see what happens. I do not think that this will fix it because I wasn't driving those pins previously and I DIY in the ghetto. Thank you for the super chat. We've got no we can't do Rick rolls at the moment because TTS isn't working, but yes. So attempted MQTT connection. Am I reporting in the console? So that, well, that topic is probably the same anyway. So what I should do is, your face isn't working. Thanks, Peter. It's not working at the moment. Not working at all. Where, oh where, did I put my Node-RED window? Where? Which browser window? Where? Help me, people. Where is Node-RED? Node-RED. Flow 1, there. Okay, here we go. Here it is. So I'll clear all of that. I'm going to change the topic sub here because, oh, yeah, okay. So it's that and wildcard. That should do it. And deploy. So we should start getting some data. Should we get data from the... Pete says 22. 22 times my face isn't working. Is that what you're saying? Why am I not getting any data at all? Because I should be getting AQS data coming out of this. Unless I screwed up. Oh, hang on, no, it's saying it's connected. Okay, I just thought maybe I'd screwed up the credentials or something because I was having trouble connecting to the broker myself. But no, this has connected to the broker as that, and it is not publishing anything. Well, so far this entire stream has been nothing but fail. Don't upload yet. Give me 1 second. Oh. Scott says mistyped topic in Node-RED. Yeah, quite possibly. Let's 102.168. So it's that broker. Subscribe to a single topic. Dynamic subscription? What does that allow? I don't know what that means. I haven't seen that option before. If I subscribe to that, auto detect, name PMS, with the wildcard on the end, that should get all of these topics. So we should be getting like barrow values and all of those sorts of things, but it's not even doing that. We're getting nothing. Nothing. Why? This whole project is sadness at the moment. Sadness and frustration. Got states for the PMS. I've got all the. I've got topics for the Enviro sensor. Ooh. Oh, Scott says accept the ID is ESP32-BD blah. Oh. Oh no, but that. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. No. Scott, this is the client ID that it is using to connect to the broker, which is not, it's only coincidentally related to the topics that it is publishing to. So yeah, the client ID is being dynamically generated based on part of the MAC address, and that same part of the MAC address is being used to generate the topics. Yep. Oh, cool. Yeah, Scott says I generally use the client ID. Yeah, so a lot of the time they are actually the same thing. Like the client ID could well just be that, in which case that would match. But in this situation, it's not. So that's the IP that it has been allocated. It's connecting and it says it's connected. Okay. What am I doing? Last year bounce, nothing there. Wi-Fi connect, BME, reading interval. Okay, so it should be reading once a second. Let's have a look at where is it reading. Oh, hang on. Is there a debug? Do I have a debug config option here? No, I do not. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some debugging in here. Initializing, where are we reading? The BME 680, update environmental readings, update PMS readings, yada yada yada, report to MQTT, message string, if PPD reading is taken. Okay, so report temperature is outside of that condition, so it should be doing a publication to that. I reckon I've got something else going on here which is preventing it from doing its MQTT reporting. Report to serial. It should be reporting here. Readings taken, report temperature. All right, where is report to serial being called? Report to serial. Oh, hang on. Well. that that is a slight problem. Messing around earlier trying to make it compile. Oh. Yeah, Scott says, well, there's a problem. No wonder I wasn't getting anything coming up in the console or on MQTT. Okay, uploading. Let's see if we get data now from the BME at least. That's like a, what's the term for like a self-inflicted thing? The something gun, foot gun? We've got values! Or do we? We've got zero, no, we've got no values from the, we got values from the BME, but we still don't have values from the, hang on. PMS object. Oh no, it's all zero value. Okay. So, but maybe it's just time. Maybe it's just time. No, we're still reading all zeros. So the values have not been updated. So is, what am I going to do? That all slide. I'm going to ready. I am going. Oh, where's report? Serial here somewhere. Report to serial. If that PPD reading's taken. Oh yeah, that takes a while. Doesn't. It's been running several minutes, I think, but we don't have AE values. So PPD is parts data. AE is, oh, what does AE stand for? Absolute something. Then we got that. So what I'm going to do is go yoink, comment, and that is just to the BME 680 data, so that it's not in the console and hiding things from us. Paul says, Paul Schultz. That's right. Own goal when you do it to you. Cable the winding. There's a bag blowing past. Miscellaneous stuff is going to be blowing around the neighborhood today. It says I've been buffering since. Getting all views. Going to take that back over there, and I'm going to come back to the, let's ready. It feels like I'm to the start of the stream now. So we've got serial 2 and we've got an object called data. So global data object, which is used by the we're checking. Use that, use that. Board rate back to 96. Line should as, oh hang on, let's not do that. I'm going to turn off and I'll leave. So it being in passive, hang on, where PMS, I just want to disable it so that always active. PMS is life expectancy. Run. Oh, sorry, you wake them up and then put them again to extend their lifetime. But read PMS readings. PMS wake up, so I'm waking it if it's been a, and I do not want to sleep. Comment that out. I should stop the PMS from ever going to sleep. Mode. Call it fun. And width needed. Oh yeah, I can see on the preview the buffering is really bad. Cache is full because it can't push enough data to YouTube. Well, it's almost time to end the stream anyway. Be one last little attempt, and after this I'm going to stop. I can't handle this much stream. Well, almost nowhere. At least this code compiles now. That is a start. It doesn't work. So at a moment, and we're getting PM value. Never gets the PPD values initialized in the sensor. The library is fake. Could well be library for some reason. I haven't looked at the internals of it. Oh look, 42. So that's the that we were seeing. Receive read return status. If string available, so one of the deb do and stream available to see if it is even finding the stream. In fact, let's do that. I don't know anything about the internals of how it works. So, well, like that's it. 70 lines. It's, but at least now, because I struggle to do with the serial ports on 3, and that's why we're not getting stuff coming through. So we've got a reference here to the stream, but that may not be a real thing. So let's see if it starts spitting out a bubble. Time it reads, attempting, it's never saying stream. So that's a problem. That is a problem. The status is way. Oh, ig. If not, stream available. And say epic fail. And we are going to get fails. Ooh, thunder. I think what this is doing to the way S3 handles this serial port and how it is then passed through to the library. So I could start hacking on the library to remove reliance on the stream, use the serial object directly. But that might be wasted effort because Austin is already doing the work. So there we go. Look at that epic fail. We have no stream available, so we're never going to get data. Okay. Wait. Delete. That gives us a clue. Looks like this PMS library is not working with the S3. Mind you, I grabbed it a couple of that has to say. Is there a new version? 6 years ago, the latest commit. Just this 7. Yeah, it's forked from there. Let's see if this one has been updated. That was also updated 6 years ago. Okay. I think Lena's version of the library had some improvements. Don't know. Oh, okay. Total particles. Yeah, so Lena added total particle reporting, which wasn't in the original version. Some call it fun serious. Could it be related to your local LAN to get bad when transmission of PMS values began? Pausing it. It's possible that it is LAN related. Payload number. Oh yeah, that's just the. Still getting in here. Now that I've removed that again. Okay, so I think this has narrowed it down. If we look at if I up the serial, open this port and the packets from the sensor, but this library, when we I'm pretty sure that's the key. Oh yeah, so Paul says, why did it work in the serial logger? Yeah, that is the explanation. So in the serial logger, we are opening that serial port directly and just printing it. What's happening with the PMS library is that we are initializing the serial port, and then where's it doing it? Let's just find it. So we are passing the serial object constructor, which is here, which is looking for a stream object, a reference. And then using that. So this is the bit. It's never fully communicating with that port. Oh, Austin says, feel free to share the screenshots I sent. Okay, where is Discord? Where is Discord? Discord. There. Okay. Oh, those screenshots. I'll open in browser and this one. There. Okay, so these are screenshots of what I'm working on. Is the air quality sensor. Like it's showing. And this one is showing. So 22 Celsius, 58% relative humidity, and values for PM 1.0, 2.5, and 10, all with zero values. CO2 and BVO there, obviously, but this is a this is the mock-up of the user interface that I'm on at the moment to be able to use, and the border shows the values are all healthy, and then it can change color when the time, which is kind of self-imposed time thing anyway, but yes. Okay, I am trying to decide what my next. Now, if Austin comes up with firmware this using a different library, that tempted to hack this library so that no longer use this stream reference. So where is? Oh, it uses it everywhere. It's doing stream right, stream blah blah blah, and stream. Yeah, at least it's a very small library. So I could just go through and brute force and change. Oh, that was all the references. It wasn't even that many. And change all of the references to the object and see what happens. In fact, I'm so tempted that I'm going to, so it'll be serial. Also, if I replace stream blah serial to dot and do serial 2 dot read and find, probably going to break so much stuff, but so stream, we don't care about this, we can pass in this and that can stay broken. Serial 2 dot write div, we've replaced all of those. There's that. I don't care if at least serial 2 is being initialized. This is like the nastiest, hackiest thing ever. Let's just see what happens. There is the console. So if it even compiles, which it won't. Yeah, come on, I'm waiting for the red. Where explosion? How can it possibly be compiled? The thing I just did to the battery works. I will be we're getting 0 values back from it. Yes, so it hasn't. FYI, I sent you a link to that library. Oh, okay, cool. So I am just going to jump back into here, visit site. This is, yeah, this is the library that Austin has been using. I'm going to stick in the chat as well. And yeah, I haven't even looked at this yet. So what I should do is download this library, look at the examples, and try it out, see if it compiles. But anyway, in any case, my NAS connection thing fix it. Not really surprised. I'm actually surprised because the way it's the ports is kind of that. Yeah, it's passing a second argument in. If I got rid of that command, sending an array, is that even going to work? I don't know. I think it will, because I don't think you can pass. Yeah, I am actually baffled that this even compiles. It shouldn't. Okay, I am going to. There is massive buffering, and this whole. Okay, let's make a pact. Oh, my other computer went to sleep again. Why? Let's make a pact that. Oh, and OBS crashed on this computer. It's been a technical disaster today. We'll make a pact that we never talk about this stream ever again. Okay? How about that? So I'm going to go and talk to you all next next time. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Thanks for hanging around. See ya.